For real, for real. How are you doing, Megan? Oh, thank you. You know, I'm doing I'm doing better. I've had some things going on that obviously I'm not going to discuss, but I think things have taken a good turn recently. Um, and I'm hopeful. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. Um, because it just means a lot that you asked. I don't think you guys realize that. Um, yeah, I see a light at the end of the tunnel. I do. Um, it's taken some really bad choices and decisions and things to get here, but we're human and we make mistakes and we have to learn from them. We can't just ignore them. And I think that that's honestly been a big part of my issues. I tend to clam up when it comes to talking about my feelings. And I've been in therapy since I think March to figure out why I've been feeling the way I've been feeling and why I don't like to talk about it. And I think it's because I just don't know how. I like to make people happy, and I also don't like showing weakness. Not that I think showing weakness is weak. It's just me personally. Now, if somebody else comes to me and needs advice or help in a moment of weakness, I would never judge that person. I would help them in any way that I can. But for me, it's just something I always have buried deep because the loss of my big brother. And that pain, losing him, was the most excruciating pain I've ever been through. And I think anytime that I feel something that's going to be remotely painful, that I know is going to like stick a pin in my heart, basically, I shut down. And I lately have been letting people walk all over me. But I'm starting to find my voice. I feel like I'm not making any sense. You guys tell me if I'm not making any sense. Well, thank you. Yeah, so anytime I start to feel any sort of hint of discomfort in my feelings and emotions, I just shut down instead of addressing it and dealing with it in the moment. And all that does is creates a big pile of shit, a big pile of shitty feelings, and it also creates a pressure cooker. So you've been sitting on all this stuff for so long, it runs out. You've reached capacity, you've reached your limit, and you break down. And most of the time for me, it's lashing out at people that I care about the most, or finding a distraction. Like, for instance, when my brother died, I turned to alcohol to numb the pain. And I'm sure a lot of people have done that before when they lose somebody close to them. So I run away. I find distractions. I run away and instead of addressing the problem. And it's been to my detriment. It's been to my demise. And so I'm trying to not do that anymore. I'm trying to confront those feelings. And as my therapist says, sit with those feelings. Too hard on yourself and you blame yourself, which is a never-ending cycle. Yeah. And I'm starting to learn not to blame myself for stuff, especially recently. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened transpired that has made me feel like I'm not good enough and worthless. And now I realize none of that was true. None of it. None of it was true. You just said it. It's hard for you to talk or express, so we ain't judging you. Well, I appreciate that. Too hard on yourself. Yes, it's complex. Myriad of things happen when we lose someone. I'm so sorry. My brother died 14 years ago. So it's like late term grief. And it sucks. People that never lost anyone and sit there and tell you that time will heal. No. And you know what? That's like, yes, you said it. It maybe gets easier, but it doesn't heal. My thing is, I say it doesn't get easier. It just gets a little better. Because it's just never gonna be easy. It's a hole. You know, that's a void that's never gonna be filled again. It's my big brother. My big bro. That's your dad, you know? No one can replace those people. I hate the phrase, everything happens for a reason. I hate it. Because I don't believe it. Yeah, never. Not even close. I just refuse to believe that phrase. Everything happens for a reason. Like, I do believe that God has a plan. And his plan is almighty. And the one true plan. Is it hard to accept sometimes? Abso-freaking-lutely. Do I still struggle with that? Abso-freaking-lutely. It sucks. I hate it. And I've had a very difficult time with my faith coming back. And, you know, it sucks. You're like, why did you take this person from me? And again, his plan is the plan. So I go back and forth being angry and bitter and then accepting. So, but you're not alone, friend. You're not alone. Everyone goes through it. Well, not everyone, but there's always somebody that has. I stopped believing for a few months around maybe 17 and came back to it. Was mad at God for a long time. Yeah, same. It took me a long time. Very, very long time. Man, we went deep, guys. We went deep. We went so deep. But look.